Now the ball is really wet. We've seen Nathan Bracken trying to get this ball dry. Drama here at Newlands.
This match wasn't supposed to matter, but sometimes cricket forgets rankings and creates history. On one side stood Australia, the world champions, bullies of the world cricket, a team stacked with monsters. Gilchrist, Hayden, Ponting, Hussey, Simons, Braitley and Nathan Bracken with the ball, a team that crushed opponents just for fun. On the other side stood Zimbabwe, a team nobody talked about, a team nobody feared, a team nobody expected to even survive, let alone win. People said this wasn't a match, it was Australia's practice session. But that day, cricket had other plans. Australia won the toss and chose to bat, and the most destructive opening pair of that era walked out together, Hayden and Gilchrist. Hayden smashes a boundary in the third ball of the match, and the very next ball,
Swing and a miss now, he's nicked it. Given.
first over, first shock. But it was just starting. Ricky Ponting walked in, the man who ruled world cricket, the man who lifted the ODI World Cup recently. But Zimbabwe didn't back off. They attacked. They hunted. Third over, Gilchrist was also gone. 12 runs on the board, but 2 wickets have fallen already. And then came the moment no one could believe. Last ball of the fourth over and Ponting was out. 4 overs, only 19 runs. But Australia's top 3 was gone, like it's an other Australia. The world champions were shaking. Michael Hussey tried to steady things. Simons tried to fight back. But Zimbabwe, they were everywhere. Diving, throwing, attacking. Wickets kept falling. At halfway, Australia had just 50 runs. This wasn't domination. This was humiliation. Brad Hawke fought back briefly, dragging Australia past 100 runs. But Zimbabwe never lost control. Australia finished on 138, a score that felt safe to the Aussies. The real test was for Zimbabwe though. They needed 139 against Braitley, Nathan Bracken, against Michael Johnson, against the world champions fighting for pride. The chase began, and shockingly, Zimbabwe attacked fast. Vusi Sivanda took on Braitley. Boundaries flew, and fear disappeared. But everything was not going smooth. Wickets fell. Pressure was still there. But through all of it, one man stayed. Brendan Taylor. Calm, composed, unmoved. While wickets fell at the other end, Taylor kept finding gaps, running hard, choosing the right balls. At 10 overs, Zimbabwe were 66. Then came the turning point. 15th over. Brendan Taylor versus Brad Hawke. 2 massive back-to-back boundaries. Suddenly, the match tilted. Now the equation was clear. Last over, 12 runs needed. Nathan Bracken with the ball, the entire stadium holding its breath. First ball, 4. Australia panicked. Taylor took a single on the next ball. Zimbabwe could do it if Taylor gets back on the strike. Ponting had a chat with Bracken. But that day, every player was contributing something. Chigumbura scored 3 runs on the next 2 balls. Pressure exploded. Only 2 balls left and 4 runs needed. Zimbabwe are lining up in the dugout, arms over each other's shoulders. Brendan Taylor waited. And then, the ball raced away through fine leg. Clark tried his best by driving full stretch on the rope, but he couldn't stop it. The ball hit the boundary. Zimbabwe had done it. 1 ball to spare. Players ran onto the field. They weren't celebrating a match. They were celebrating a miracle. Australia, the world champions, had been beaten. Not by another giant, but by belief, by teamwork. Brendan Taylor finished unbeaten on 60 of 45 balls. Man of the match. Hero of a nation. That day proved something timeless. In cricket, names and reputation don't win games. Courage does. And that's how an underdog named Zimbabwe wrote one of the greatest upsets the world has ever seen.